All right. So if you have survived this far into our class sessions, then you can give yourself a big, congratulations, because what I've done is I have combined what I have taught almost for 5, 6 months into 4 weeks. And essentially, I have removed all the other things that I thought were not necessary, in learning this particular program. Hence, for many of you who are joining, this was pretty much your first time to learn Forex. And for you to be able now to be trading when you have a target, it is quite an achievement. You might not know this, but what we have done this far, many people would pay an arm and a leg just to learn what you have learned. I know of people who charge, in fact, it's not a very far fetched story. There was a student in one of my earlier classes, and she was okay. She had learned a bit of Forex before, but not very good. And so when she came to class, she figured, I guess I could use some of the material the material we're covering in class here to teach his students. Apparently, he had a forex trading class, so she would come to class and learn. Then, the way normally I provide the recordings, she would then go and use the recordings for her students. So basically, she'd be using my videos to teach her students. The only difference is her students were being charged 50,000 shillings, you know, for the course. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that what you have learned in this 4 weeks, some people will charge an arm and a leg for it. And if you keep your eyes open, you will realize that learning forex is not cheap, even around town. So if you ask anybody how much they would charge for teaching people forex, you will be shocked. Right now, with I think there's FX Pesa. It's a local franchise of a broker, and then the other ones who also are here. If you just try to find out how much they would charge you for learning forex, uh, you can get back to me and let me know how it goes. But nevertheless, you will not have this kind of a setup where you actually learn consistently with a particular goal and effort in mind. Um, Anybody can learn forex. Anybody can go online and read and so on and so on. And there are few of you. By the time you got here, you kind of knew a little bit about forex, but it was not structured. It was not, with a specific goal in mind, because nobody has that kind of a program. So for you to have reached this far, all I'm just trying to say is congratulations. You know what forex is. You know what it's not. You actually know now that it's not a scam, and neither is it a walk in the park. It is a skill that can be learned. It is a skill that can be perfected. It is a skill that you can use to make a lot of money. Yeah, if you follow the rules right. Okay. So there's a lot that I have not say and will not say purposely, because it is your responsibility. It's your responsibility to learn the material, to find, additional material. Okay. So I'm just giving you a heads up that the journey is now yours. Now you know what Forex is, and you can follow through. You can grow in your journey. Now, in today's class, I just wanted to more or less summarize what we've been learning, but more importantly, set you up on a path that now you can follow through. All right. For many of you that did not know what Forex was all about until this time, okay, of course, you had to learn so many things. You had to learn what Forex is, what it's not, how do we make money in the Forex market, which now you know, and that is very critical. You make money when actually the Forex market moves. It moves up or down. I'm sure by now you are very comfortable with the idea that when the market is going up, you buy. When it's going down, you sell. The one thing I want to ingrain in you is don't buy when the market is high. You're going to lose a lot of money. And don't sell when the market is low. So, what am I saying? What I'm saying is at any time you get into the market, please establish your highs and your lows. Okay? So, the market will come something like that. Okay? Okay, and then sometimes it will go up again. Okay, down again, then up. So that's the way the market moves. The market always moves in waves, up and up and up and down and down and down, up and up and up, down and down and down. And if it is either trending, which we said, if the market seems to be going from lower lows to lower highs, and then from lower highs, and so on. So if this is a high, then this is a higher high, and this is another higher high somewhere around here, okay? And whereas this is low, then this is a higher low, and then keep going up, and then another higher low, and so on. Then we can say that the market is trending. And if it's trending, what does that mean? It is trending upwards, okay? It can also trend downwards, like for this particular instance in time, the market is trending downwards. Why? Because this is a high, this is a lower high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. And this is a low, this is a lower low, this is a lower low, and so on and so on. So these are basically fundamental basics. But in terms of your trading, you always have to have a better picture. Before you can take your first trade, you need to have a better picture of where you are in the market structure. And what does that mean? It means depending on which time frame you want to trade, the first thing you want to do is you want to find, and I mentioned it earlier, direction. You want to know where is the market going? Is it going up or down? Okay. So for direction, I mentioned to you, you use the highest time frame or the highest time frame, you know. So like in this case, if this shows maybe a daily chart or a 1 hour, you know, it will give us the idea that this market seems to be going upwards. In this case, upwards. So if it is going upwards, it means that whatever we are going to do, we have to make sure that we are leaning more towards the buying, the idea of buying. Okay, so I'm assuming that if this market it broke down here, it went up, and maybe it refused to be a complete breakout, and maybe it returned up there. So you have to establish that with a higher time frame. Then in the intermediate time frame, that, like I told you, will give you the structure of what's going on. Where structure, you're probably looking for what kind of pattern is forming up. Okay. So if you go to a smaller time frame, if this was a 1 hour, Okay, then you drop down to maybe you go in the divisions of 4 to 6 each time. So of course, 1 hour is about 60 minutes. So if you divide 60 by 6 or by 5, so basically you scale down. You scale down from the 1 hour. You come down to maybe 15 or 30 minutes, and then from there you come down to 1 minute. Especially if you're going to trade the 1 minute. Okay, so you look for 1 minute. The significant times are 1, 5, and 1 hour. Okay, so you use the 1 hour to give you your direction. You use your 5 minutes to give you your structure, where in this case you're looking for any kind of patterns that may have formed. Okay, and then you trade using the advantage now you have of the pattern. If it's a double top, if it's a reversal, if it is a what, you get that from your second one. Then on your third time frame, which in this case, where you're actually entering your trades, you then use your smallest time frame. So in this case, we can use the 1 minute to do that. All right. Sometimes you can use the 5 minutes to trade. You can use 30 minutes for your structure, and then you can use the 4 hours for your direction. Why is this important? It's important because it gives you a system, a trading system. Don't ever go into the Forex market without a system. A system means you have a proven methodology of how you trade. Many people will go in there and they'll just start taking trades. They'll say, oh, it's going up, it's going down, without actually having done their due diligence. Yes, they might be lucky and get a few pips here and there, but eventually they will fail. So for consistency, for growing your account, this is what you do. And you have learned that, okay? So having said that, then we fast forwarded, and the idea was learning, okay? The next thing was, how do we make pips? And I mentioned to you, okay, you make pips when the market has moved a little, okay, from point A to B. Point B, that distance, okay? Okay, you take the number there, 3201, and here it's 1.310, maybe 1, and the difference here is actually what gives you the pips. We can say the market has moved 100 pips upwards, all right? Okay, and the more pips you make, the more money you make. Why? Because depending on the currency, that's why we've been using Euro USD. Depending on the currency, like in this case, Euro USD, one value of Euro USD, right? When it moves like 10 pips or 1 pip, that pip is equal to about 10 US dollars. Okay, so if you start trading other currencies like GBP and so on, you'll find that the value of your 1 pip might change, actually will change. It will not always be $10, okay? But right now, on average, if you do 10 pips, or if I say make 50 pips, essentially what I'm asking you to do is you're making 50 times averagely $10, which gives you $500. Okay, so essentially the number of pips will reflect on the number of dollars you're making. All right. So if somebody can make many pips, then they can make a lot of dollars, which is your goal. So yes, now you know how to make pips, whether the market is going up or down. Okay. But now, more importantly, we can be targeted. We can say we want to make $100 per day, which is one of your last assignments. $100 per day, it means the market is going up and down or up and down, and you have to agree or decide whether you want to take the trades when it's down or up or whatever it is. Okay. So you're applying everything you've learned. Only now your goal is to make dollars and grow an account. Okay. So when they started you off with only $1,000, which means that from day one, if you did your assignment properly, you should have slightly more than 1,000. Now, it could be 1,020, 1,023, you know, it doesn't matter. The point is you have grown the account a little bit. You have grown it. And that was only the first day and probably a few hours. Now, by the time you do a second day and the third day, you can actually, there are people who did the whole 1,100 on day one. Day one. They grew that account to 1,100, which means in about 5 days, if they don't get stopped, they could easily do 1,500, which was the target that I wanted. If you are able to grow a $1,000 account to 1,500, my friends, I can tell you for free, that you are on your way to success. Because growing a $1,000 account is not easy. Is not easy. Okay? And chances are, as you move forward, you're going to be having an easier time. Okay? So for those of you who are diligent enough and did the first assignment and tried to grow the account, today I have news for you. Today you can reset your account, or rather you can open another account, and this time you don't have to have the 1,000. I actually want you to start with 2,000, and you'll see how much easier it is today. All right. So what's your assignment today? Actually, your assignment, and probably the only assignment that you'll have, the last assignment you'll have, once you have your $2,000 account set up, your goal is to grow the account. So I will not be there to check on you, like, oh, how do I grow? No. You can grow it yourself. And you'll find that now, whereas before you had to take 50 pips times 2 or whatever, now it will be easier to grow this. Much easier. All right. Okay. And going forward, here is my challenge for you. Okay? Once you feel comfortable with 2,000, if you can grow this 2,000, in fact, try and double the account to 4,000. Yes, you don't have to be in a particular time, whatever, but if you take your time, whether it is 2 weeks, okay, 3 weeks, I don't care. Take your time, but grow it to 4,000. Now I can tell you for free, if you can double your account, then you are ready now to get into the live market. Okay, what did I have in mind when I was starting this group? Why did I call it the pre-FTMO? I called it the pre-FTMO because I've done my research, and there is a company out of Prague in Europe, and that company is called FTMO. So what does FTMO do? That's the name of the company, by the way. So they are what we call a prop fund company. Okay, prop, just a name. Prop is a name. It's a prop fund company. So what does a prop firm do? A prop firm has a lot of money, or at least have investors with lots of money. Okay, and what they do, they are looking for people who know how to trade. And they're saying, if I can test you, if you can pass a challenge, okay, if I can say for sure that you know how to trade, okay, then they'll allow you to use their money. Use their money to do what? To trade. So that instead of you looking for, in this case, 100,000 on the low side or $10,000, instead of you raising your own $10,000, which is 1 million, they're willing to give it to you. Well, not give it in your account, but to offer you a chance to trade with their $10,000. And as you make money, as you make profit monthly, you share with them on a 70-30 ratio, where you're keeping 70% of the profit, they keep 30%. Why? Because they're a company and they want to encourage you to keep trading for them. So I'm sure very many of you wouldn't mind, to be trading for a prop firm. Why? If somebody gives you $10,000, right now I'm trying to squeeze you just to grow an $1,000 account. But if somebody says, no, 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 I think I want to give you 10,000, can you imagine how much you can make in one day? The guys who are ahead of you right now, they're preparing. Some have even attempted it. They're preparing, and they easily make $1,000 a day. Okay, 1,800, 2,000, 3,000. When they have this kind of capital. So what am I saying? I'm saying that for you now, the onus is on you to practice. And when you are ready, again, you can join my bigger group. Okay, I do have a special group that I'm calling a pre-FTMO group. I will send the link in the class for those of you who are not. And you can get as high as $100,000 to trade. And whatever money you make, 70% will be yours. So there was a reason why I call this a pre-FTMO. And the reason was to prepare you to be eligible to individually. Now, this has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the group. No, you as an individual trader can be eligible to actually trade for the FTMO. Of course, they have requirements. They have their own requirements. Okay, but those now I call details. I call them details. They are not. It's not rocket science. Where you have come is far, but now where you are headed is now very near. And of course, later on, once you become comfortable with the FTMO and you have big capital, then now you can just make your own money. All right. And my parting shot is, when you start becoming a millionaire, don't forget your teacher. Sawa. All right. I'll pause here and give you a chance. Yes. Now you can ask questions. We have 10 minutes.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for your time and your dedication and teaching us all this. For me, this has been my first time to interact with Forex. Mm-hmm. The first two lessons, I almost left. I think I was under extreme pressure. I was wondering what is happening, but I'm thinking that there is a sense in which I am seeing that this is doable. I think it's just a question of focus and diligence and all that. Mm-hmm. And it is not usually common to find someone who will go out of their way to teach you, particularly in preparation for something greater. But having said that, I would like to ask FTMO as an organization, do they have like a registered kind of like office or some place whereby they can be traced? And then also, do they have, say, contracts that they provide, particularly at that point where, say, they are engaging you to trade on their behalf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and lastly, yes, we are still at that point of training and learning to challenge ourselves to come to that place where we have confidence to be able to say we can not only trade for ourselves, but even for an organization like FTMO. So at what point do we get to the point whereby we have increased in our level of confidence, or is there a challenge that perhaps will come after this to actually, get us to that particular point of confidence, so that when we're working with people like FTMO, we are certain that we can actually pull this through. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Just a quick one. I'm gonna take you straight to the website of FTMO. Okay, do you see that? Do you see the, yes, okay. So this is FTMO. It is not a fictitious company. It has an address. Okay. They are, and that is a map. Okay, their physical address. Okay, they are in the Czech Republic. Okay, that's their physical address. That's their office. Okay, they have telephone number. They have their, what call it, like KRA number, PIN number. I think the laws in their country require, them to have that. So I think they have different offices. They have, I think, in a place called, I can't tell those names, but like you can have an office in Mombasa, another one in Nairobi. So they have different addresses, but then they also have their customer care support. Okay, often if businesses are not legit, they often don't have this kind of contacts. They don't give this kind of contacts. But as you can see, this is a real company. It is not fake. Okay, some people, especially people who have failed in Forex, they always think that everything out there is fake. No, not everything there is fake. All right. So this is a real company. It exists. They have different languages, German and English. Then they explain to you how their process works. I think the other part of the question, I'm assuming, I don't know if I've answered it, but anyway, so it is a legitimate, real company, and they tell you how you actually can enter their challenge. Okay, so you enter there once you already know you are ready to trade. So you can use USD, Euro, GBP, Czech, whatever currency, and then there are 3 steps. The first step is a challenge. Okay, the second step is a verification. Okay, and so the challenge is 30 days. Verification can be up to 60 days. All right. Then you have a minimum number of trading days, 10 days, it could be as long as a month. So when you have time, you can actually go into the website and you can read for yourself so that you know that I'm not just making up stuff. Okay. I did the research and this is what I found out. So in terms of entering the challenge, of course, not everybody passes the first time, but the idea is to prepare you so you can pass. So I think the minimum is 155 pounds, or euros, and that gives you access to $10,000. Okay, so this is a website that you can go into and you can learn. This is the team. Okay, and they have videos there you can read, I mean, you can listen to, and so on. Is there anything more that you need to learn? Technically, no, other than the risk management part. Okay, once you know how to trade, then there's an element of risk. And I think I may have alluded to that many times. Okay, when I kept saying, open up your account with a leverage of 100. Okay, and then I kept telling you to use lot size. Okay, lot size 0.01 etc. Okay, and then I kept telling you to take trades initially with maybe 2 pips. Okay, then later on 5 pips, then later on more. Okay, I keep using the small numbers because when you enter the challenge, something like here, these guys are very careful. They want to protect their capital. Hence, they're looking for people who can trade carefully or with wisdom, okay, using very little risk. So yes, there are a few things you can learn. You can start polishing your entries, your trades, okay? And when you're ready,
yes,
you can get to me, just get in touch with me. And once you join the group, I'll tell you what now you need to do. It's just a matter of polishing up what you do know. But in general, there is nothing else for you to learn. Everything you need to know, you already have. Now it is, in Swahili we say, ni bidii yako itakuokoa sasa. Okay? All right,
okay.
I hope I've answered your question, Mike.
Yes.
Karibu. Any other questions? Okay, we have 5 minutes. So my assumption when I was getting into this class was that you would like to learn Forex and eventually be able to go in and then make some money for yourself. Okay? And who knows, this could be your side hustle. It might end up being your hustle, your main hustle. I mean, if you can make, $3, $4, $5, $10,000 in one day, I don't know what you can do with that. Okay, but I'm sure it's going to be an interesting, exciting journey. Now, for you guys, you are lucky. At least you had somebody to hold your hand and to walk you through the ABCs. What you guys know now took me almost 3 years in the wilderness and lost a lot of money. I can tell you for free, not less than 1 million Kenyan shillings. To know what you know, to reach where you have reached. And for you, you're lucky. Somebody has combined it, put it together into a 4-week program, given you the ABCs. And during my time, I didn't even know what a prop firm was. But here you are. I've done everything. The rest now is yours. 3 more minutes. After the class, after this class, officially today is our last day of the class, I suggest, again, you can stick around in the class, keep learning as a group, because now, from today, you'll open another account. Let's call it a $2,000 account. I'm assuming you've already attempted the 1,000. So you open another account and try. You'll find it much easier today to even make $100 in a session. And that will probably encourage you to even get you more excited about it. Because by the time you're doing a $5,000 account, you'll be saying this thing is easy. Even that FTMO thing, you'll say, man, if somebody gives me 10,000 and is asking me to only make 1,000 in 1 month, I can do that in 1 day. That's the kind of feeling I'm hoping you will have, the kind of excitement I'm hoping you will have. So the group will remain open. We will continue sharing, okay? Maybe as a challenge, as a group, but officially this kind of session will not be there unless there's a special request for a particular subject or a particular matter. But essentially, I have done my part. Now the rest is yours.
Excellent, Coach. You've done a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you, Judy. Okay. All right. Good luck, guys. And stick around in the group. Okay. There are many of those who decided to be sneaky, where they decided to not to be attending the class, but to be, watching the videos. Basically, attend the classes without being in the class, so that they can avoid having to to commit financially. But it's okay. It's fine. I don't mind. Sometimes we offer things. We offer free service. But yes, normally when I release a video, at the end of it, I see like 19 people have viewed the video, which clearly is the class plus more. So that is okay. But for many of you, you had made a commitment, and thank you. You have kept your end of the bargain. I have kept my end. And good luck, or I wish you Godspeed from here on. Thank you very much.
Be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, bye.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, Karibu.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you.